This is the Samsung NotePRO 12.2 which Samsung unveiled today at Forum 2014 in Bali. With the launch of the Note Pro, Samsung wants to start a new category of devices in the premium tablet segment. The idea for the Note Pro comes again as usual from Samsung's constant hearing of consumer feedback. The Note Pro is a 12.2 inch device. At its thinnest point, it's about 7.95 mm thin. It weighs about 750 grams. It has the same texture which Samsung introduced, the leather-like texture with a stitch, which Samsung introduced with the Note 3. It has an 8 megapixel snapper at the back with a flash and a 2 megapixel in the front. Right. Now, why did Samsung launch the Note Pro and why a 12.2 inch screen? The whole point of Pro comes from Samsung's, the whole consumer feedback idea where you're constantly listening to consumers. What happens in premium tablets is people pay a lot of money, right? And it ends up doing a little more than what a 7-inch tablet can do. So with Pro, what Samsung wanted to do was add in those additional features, which lets the consumer use it in a very different way, lets him create something on the tablet. So as I understood, it carries the S Pen with the latest functions, right? And those features which Samsung has introduced into this require that 12.2 inch screen. So I will show you. It's not it. So one of the features is the preloaded Office utility which Samsung has put into this. It's called Handcom Office. Right? This is one of the best tools available on the Android market, and Samsung has preloaded the full version free of cost. What you get on board is a viewer, and then you have to download the creator and the editor from Samsung apps, all free of cost, of course. So if I were to open, so these are very familiar looking icons. This is for presentations, this is for spreadsheets, and this is for word processing documents. So if I were to open one of these, just to give you an idea. Now this is the layout of a presentation on the Note Pro. Now understand that if it was lesser than a 12.2 inch screen, Samsung wouldn't be able to give you this layout, the familiar layout of toolbars and this preview window, and of course the ability to work at it in a way that you're most familiar with. If I were to squeeze the screen to even an 8 inch, the fonts would get smaller, the icons would get squeezed, some of them will have to be missed out. What happens to the consumer then is he has to relearn everything, and there's no way he's going to do that. So for him, the comfort is to work in a most familiar setting. So hence, that gives you some sort of an idea of why a 12.2 inch screen. The other features which we've introduced in the Note Pro is the e-meeting and WebEx. Both are meeting tools. E-meeting is more for a face-to-face meeting, while WebEx, which we've developed with Cisco systems, is over a geographical area. It could be a meeting between people sitting in different cities, maybe different countries even, because it uses the internet to set up the meeting. So the thing about the e-meeting and the WebEx tool is that it allows people who carry the Note Pro to conduct paperless meetings. The document or the presentation to be had in the meeting is shared entirely on the Note Pro. Any annotations, changes, notes, alterations, or even scribbles, there's a whiteboard application. So like I said, all changes are carried out live, and at the end of the meeting everyone's literally on the same page, and what you've in a sense conducted is a paperless meeting where there's no need to exchange notes or minutes of the meeting, because everyone has all the details as it's happening and it's recorded in the Note Pro. So that's e-meeting and WebEx. There's another interesting feature called Remote PC. As the name suggests, it lets you control your PC at home or office, with all the wallpaper, the icons, the files and everything. So whenever you open a file on Remote PC, it's actually a PC at home that's opening up the file for you. All this Note Pro is doing is giving you a window to look at it from here. You can work on your file from here, you can make changes and you can save it back into your home PC, right, with the alterations. Or alternatively, you can even copy a file from your home PC and save it onto the Note Pro. Let's say you forgot to move a file from your PC to your tablet, you can access it anywhere. So that's not really a problem. And as goes with that, all the programs which you have on your home PC, as they open on your home PC, you will see them open here also. So that's not an issue at all in terms of what sort of software is compatible and everything. This is merely a mirror which creates. So this is just an idea of some of the tools that we have. Another interesting new feature which we've introduced here is the quad multi-window, right? So the quad multi-window, the multi-window we'd introduced, in our phones, which was about 2 windows running simultaneously. So with the quad, as understandable, it's 4 windows now. So if I were to give you a small idea of what they look like, so that's 2 windows. This is your standard multi-window as of now. And on the Note Pro, this goes up to about 4 windows at a go. Now I say at a go because within each frame I can run another 8 apps. So that's 4 into 8. So that's the amount of apps you can open up. I mean, I've never done that. So all these new features, remote PC and quad window, they need to run on a very solid, robust kind of a processing team. So what we have inside is an Exynos 5 octa-core, which we started with the Note 3, if you remember. So which is essentially a combination of a 1.9 GHz quad core and a 1.3 GHz quad core, 2 processors inside. There's a 3 GB RAM, and this comes preloaded with the latest Android KitKat 4.4. That's about what the Note Pro carries in a nutshell.
Right. All right. Thank you so much.